The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Great view of the top of Memphis, always a welcoming city. Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. We're live at the FedEx Forum here in downtown Memphis, Tennessee, as the Grizzlies try to defend their home court. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Ante is the 2 with Parsons playing the small forward. Dirk and Chandler up front, and it's Rondo in at the point. Rajon Rondo returning to action in mid-January of 2014, a little less than a year after his ACL tear. And Steve, he looked pretty good.
He did. His shooting percentages were down, but rebounding and passing as well as he ever has. Rondo, I think this year will be much more effective now that he's got some reps back on that knee.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. The drive by Ellis. Chandler kicks to Nowitzki. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on him.
Lee outside. Back to Conley. For the 3. The Mavericks pull it in. .43 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Ellis. Here's Chandler. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Chandler's got his first points in this one.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
And he gets the bucket.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Rondo. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Nowitzki's shot is no good.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Allen with it. Now guarded by Parsons. Gasol with it. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Ellis kicks to Nowitzki. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Nowitzki's got his second basket of the night. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown. The Grizzlies were never picked to be a powerhouse in the West last year, but, boy, you've got to give that team and that organization an awful lot of credit because they clearly were a team that nobody out West wanted to play.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Stoudemire. J.J. Barea is out there with Harris. Then there's Charlie Villanueva, and it's Jefferson in at the small forward position. Here is Barea. There's a screen. Jefferson attacking.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
First trip to the line for him here.
He hit his foul shots at about a 74% clip last season.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris.
Well, it's Memphis's defense and ability to hang tough in close games that makes them such an unattractive opponent to many teams in the West.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, gentlemen, Courtney Lee, acquired by the Grizzlies last season in a trade with the Celtics. And as teammate Mike Conley has put it, Courtney was a huge, huge piece. People overlook him, but it's key that he's able to stretch the court for us. It gives Zach and Mark more space, and he can definitely lock up defensively. Kevin?
He's been a great fit as a two-way player on the perimeter, too, Doris. Thanks. And Memphis went 29-23 against the West last year, Clark, and every game seemed to be a close one.
And even when you beat Memphis, Kevin, you feel like you may have you don't feel like you lost, but you know you've really earned the victory because they grind you so hard, and they typically don't beat themselves. Clearly one of the toughest teams in the West.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Barea dishes to Stoudemire. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Stoudemire's got his second bucket.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Here's Barea. He dishes it to Harris. That's good.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Adams outside. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. And a tight game here is... Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. One guy who's been getting it done is Jordan Adams.
Isn't it funny? It's not always the guy you'd expect to come through with the big plays in the big game.
Yeah, he's really been a difference. You're right, Steve. Sometimes it is that unknown X factor, and today he's proven it.
Zebo and Marc Gasol are up front. Conley and Allen are the guard set, and it's Lee in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Clark, you know this. It looked bleak at times, and they didn't finish where they wanted to, but the Mavs did sneak into the postseason last year with a very strong push.
And they took the Spurs to 7 games in that first round. A tough schedule for them at the end of the season, but they fought through it and got back to the playoffs. Very impressive.
Now here's Gasol, following the miss by Monte Ellis. The shot. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Here is Rondo. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And for the Mavs, when they did get to the postseason, they gave San Antonio everything they could handle, taking them the distance to 7 games.
Now here's Rondo. Kicks it to Ellis. Here's Nowitzki. No luck. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and it's Allen slamming it down.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Well, you knew if the Mavs got to the playoffs, they'd be tough, even as an 8 seed. There was just so much playoff experience on that team that it took a very good Spurs team playing at a high level to get by the Mavericks in that first round.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. And a wide open look for Lee. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Lee's got 5 now. Dallas leading by 3.
Shot clock is off. This should be the last possession of the quarter.
That's what they should have in mind here.
Gasol passes to Randolph. Now Conley. Nobody near Allen. A sensational shot at the buzzer.
And perfectly timed. Couldn't have done it any better. How about the poise under pressure?
Well, unbelievable.
Guys, he got himself into as good a position as he could before he pulled the trigger. What a play.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
This was a showstopper, wasn't it? Just a difficult pass to make, and he makes it flawlessly. He set up that alley-oop.
On the court for the Mavericks, J.J. Barea is out there with Ellis. Then there's Nowitzki and Stoudemire. And it's Aminu in at the small forward. There's the bucket. Good.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Carter drives in. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
And look now how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Memphis.
How about the three-point shooting they're seeing so far, guys? Amazing.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Now here's Nowitzki. He kicks to Barea. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki.
They're taking so many shots down there, and they're knocking them down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today, pound that thing inside.
And that one's good.
The shot quality is very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
Well, the way they're converting on seemingly every shot, I wouldn't be surprised to see their field goal percentage just keep going up.
And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Boy, that's a tough one. And he did all he could there, using the leaner to get the shot off.
Allen for 3. The long distance 3 is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Well, the points count, but I wouldn't bet the defense rushes out to prevent another shot attempt from out there. That's way out there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Randolph comes in for Vince Carter. And Mike Conley subbed in for Udrih. Parsons checked in for Dallas. Rondo comes in for J.J. Barea. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Here's Green. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
Ellis can't get it to go.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
And then Allen slams it in.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Pass to Nowitzki. Green with the rebound.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
Here's Nowitzki. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Here's Conley. No good. So no problem for...
Mike, you guys really turned it around.